If you live with a dog, you've probably witnessed at least one moment where you just stopped and thought, why on earth does my dog do that? Maybe your dog suddenly spins in circles before going to the bathroom. Maybe they stare at you while you eat, like they're judging your life choices. Or maybe they greet your guests by immediately sniffing them in places that make everyone uncomfortable. To humans, these behaviors can seem strange, sometimes even embarrassing. But in the world of dog psychology and canine behavior, almost nothing a dog does is random. Dogs communicate through actions, instincts, and body language. What seems weird to us is often perfectly logical in the dog world. Many of these behaviors come from instincts that are thousands of years old, long before dogs ever lived in our homes. And once you understand what these behaviors actually mean, you begin to see your dog in a completely different way. So in this video, we're breaking down 10 weird things dogs do and what they actually mean, based on real canine behavior science. And some of these explanations might surprise you. Number 1. Why dogs sniff people's crotches. Let's start with one of the most awkward moments every dog owner has experienced. You introduce your dog to a guest. Everyone smiles. And then suddenly, your dog walks up and sticks their nose directly into the person's crotch. From a human perspective, this is incredibly embarrassing, but from a dog's perspective, it's basically a handshake. Dogs rely heavily on scent to understand the world. Humans have special sweat glands called apocrine glands, located in areas like the armpits and groin. These glands release chemical signals known as pheromones. Dogs can detect these signals instantly, and pheromones reveal surprising amounts of information. Your dog can detect things about a person such as age, emotional state, health, hormonal changes. So when your dog sniffs someone there, they're essentially gathering data. Think of it as the canine version of reading someone's profile. They're not being rude, they're just saying hello in dog language. Number 2, why dogs follow you everywhere. Some dogs behave like tiny shadows. You walk into the kitchen, they follow. You go to the bathroom, they follow. You stand up for 3 seconds, and suddenly your dog appears right behind you again. This behavior is so common that many owners call their dog a Velcro dog, but there's a real reason behind it. Dogs evolved from wolves that lived in social groups. In these groups, staying close to trusted members increased survival. Over thousands of years of domestication, humans essentially became part of the dog's social group. So following you around the house is often a sign of attachment and trust. But reinforcement plays a role too. If your dog receives attention, treats, or playtime when they're near you, they quickly learn that staying close leads to good things. For puppies especially, the bond is even stronger. Young dogs often imprint on their owners in a similar way they would bond with their mother. So when your dog follows you everywhere, it's usually a combination of instinct, habit, and affection. Number 3, why dogs spin before they poop. Every dog owner knows this moment. You take your dog outside, and suddenly they start spinning in circles like they're trying to calibrate a satellite dish. But dogs aren't just doing this to test your patience. This behavior comes from ancient survival instincts. In the wild, animals are extremely vulnerable when they relieve themselves. Their posture makes it harder to react quickly to danger. So circling helped dogs check their surroundings for threats before going. But there's another fascinating reason. Dogs have scent glands in their paws. When they circle and step repeatedly on the ground, they leave scent markers behind. These scent signals communicate information to other dogs. It's basically a message that says, "I was here." Even more surprising, some researchers believe dogs may actually align themselves with the Earth's magnetic field when they eliminate, which means your dog might actually be trying to find the perfect north-south position before going. So next time your dog spins around, they're not stalling. They're following instincts older than modern civilization. Number 4, why dogs show their belly. When a dog rolls onto their back and exposes their belly, many people assume it means one thing. Belly rub, please. And sometimes that's exactly what it means. The stomach is one of the most vulnerable parts of a dog's body. So when a dog willingly exposes it, they're often showing trust. But dog body language can have multiple meanings. In canine social behavior, rolling onto the back can also be a submissive gesture. Dogs sometimes do this to avoid a conflict with another dog they perceive as dominant. To understand what your dog is really saying, look at the entire body. A relaxed dog will have loose muscles, a wagging tail, soft eyes. A nervous dog may appear stiff or frozen. Understanding these signals is an important part of reading dog body language and canine communication. Number 5, why dogs pant. Panting is one of the most common dog behaviors, but many owners misunderstand what it means. Unlike humans, dogs don't cool themselves by sweating across their body. Instead, panting acts as their primary cooling system. Rapid breathing allows moisture to evaporate from the tongue and respiratory tract, which helps regulate body temperature. But panting doesn't only happen because of heat. Dogs also pant when they feel strong emotions. You might notice panting during situations like vet visits, fireworks, thunderstorms, or car rides. In these cases, panting often signals stress or anxiety. But panting can also appear during moments of excitement. Many dogs pant when they greet their favorite human. So the key to understanding panting is always context. Ask yourself, is my dog hot, or are they feeling something emotionally intense? Quick pause for a moment. If you enjoy learning about dog behavior, dog psychology, and canine body language, make sure to subscribe to The Honest Dog Brain. Every week, we break down strange dog habits and explain what they actually mean. Because once you understand how dogs communicate, your relationship with your dog becomes much stronger. Now, let's continue with another behavior almost every dog owner recognizes. Number 6, why dogs steal your seat. You stand up from the couch for 2 seconds, you grab a drink, you come back, and somehow your dog is sitting exactly where you were. This behavior actually makes perfect sense in the dog world. Dogs love your seat for 2 simple reasons: warmth and scent. Your body heat remains in the cushion, and your scent is strongest there. Dogs rely heavily on scent to feel safe and comfortable. By lying in your spot, they surround themselves with the scent of someone they trust. In many ways, it's similar to how humans might wear a loved one's hoodie for comfort. Dogs also have a pack mentality. In social animal groups, resting together helps maintain social bonds. Your seat just happens to be the warmest place of a house. Number 7, why dogs lick everything. Dogs lick people. They lick other dogs. They lick the couch. Sometimes they even lick the floor. If dogs had a motto, it might be, when in doubt, lick it. But licking actually serves multiple purposes in dog communication. Dogs explore the world using scent and taste. By licking, they gather chemical information about their surroundings. Licking is also a social behavior inherited from wolves. In wolf packs, grooming behaviors strengthen social bonds between group members. Puppies lick adult wolves as a sign of affection and submission. Domestic dogs often carry that instinct into their relationships with humans. So when your dog licks you, it may mean affection, curiosity, or simply interest in whatever you just ate. Sometimes it's all 3. Number 8, why dogs sleep with their eyes open. Some dog owners notice their dog sleeping with their eyes partially open. It can look a little creepy, but in most cases, it's completely normal. Dogs have something called a nictitating membrane, or third eyelid. This thin protective layer moves across the eye to keep it moist and remove debris. When a dog sleeps, this membrane may partially cover the eye. From the outside, it can make it look like the dog is sleeping with open eyes. Some scientists believe this adaptation also helped wild animals appear alert to predators even while resting. So when your dog seems to be watching you sleeping, they might actually be deep in dreamland. Number 9, why dogs bark and lunge on leash. Many dog owners experience this confusing situation. Their dog behaves perfectly friendly at the dog park, but when they're on a leash and see another dog, they suddenly bark and lunge. This behavior is called leash reactivity. Despite how it looks, leash aggression is often rooted in fear or frustration. When dogs are off-leash, they have the ability to move away from situations that make them uncomfortable. But when they're attached to a leash, that escape option disappears. So instead of walking away, they react by barking to create distance. Some dogs also become reactive because they want to play. The leash prevents them from approaching another dog, which creates frustration. Understanding leash reactivity is a key part of dog training and canine behavior management. Number 10, why dogs eat snow. If you've ever walked your dog during winter, you may have noticed them trying to eat snow. Most of the time, this behavior is completely normal,
Before domestication, dogs living in colder climates often relied on snow as a water source, so eating snow can be an instinctive way for dogs to hydrate. But dogs also seem to enjoy the texture. Snow is soft, cold, and constantly changing, which makes it fascinating to play with. However, owners should be careful where their dog eats snow. Snow near roads can contain chemicals like antifreeze or road salt. As long as the snow is clean and your dog isn't eating large amounts, occasional snow snacking is generally harmless. Dogs sometimes seem strange. They spin before pooping. They sniff awkward places. They steal your seat the second you stand up. But once you understand dog psychology and canine behavior, these habits start to make perfect sense. Every strange thing your dog does is part of a communication system shaped by thousands of years of evolution. The more you learn to read those signals, the stronger your bond with your dog becomes.
This is the honest dog brain. Which of these behaviors does your dog do the most? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into how dogs really think.